Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope we're all doing fantastic today, and we're gonna continue with a new story. It's Two Renegades. Let's do this. In the gay city of the South, the Confederate veterans were reuniting, and I stood to see them march beneath, and Tangled flags on the great conflict to the whole of their oratory and commemoration. While the irregular and halting line was passing, I made all onslaught upon it and dragged forth from the ranks my friend Barnard O'Keefe, who had no right to be there, for he was a northerner born and bred. And what should he do? He be doing hallooing for the stars and barns among those grey and moribund veterans. And why should he be trudging with his shining, martial, humorous, broad face among those wearers of a previous and alien generation? I say I dragged him forth and held him till the last hickory leg, and waving goatee, like God, and double E at the end, goatee. Meh. He stumbled past, and then I hustled him out of the crowd into a cool interior, for the gate city was stirred that day, and hand organs wisely eliminated, marching through Georgia from their repertories. Now, what what devil try are you up to? I asked O'Keefe when there were at table and things and glasses between us. O'Keefe wiped his heated face and instigated a commotion among the floating ice in his glass before he choose the answer. I'm assuming at the wake, said he, of the only nation on earth that ever did me a good turn. As one gentleman to another, I'm ratifying and celebrating the foreign policy of the late Jefferson Davis, as fine as a statesman as ever settled, and the financial question of a country. Equal ratio. That was his platform. A barrel of money for a barrel of flour. A pair of two $20 bills for a pair of boots. A hatful of currency for the new hat. Say, ain't that simple compared with WGB's Jeep's little old oxidized plank? What talk is this? I asked. Your financial digression is merely as subterfuge. Why were you marching in the ranks of the Confederate veterans? Marching. Because, my lad, answered O'Keefe. The Confederate government, in its might and power, interposed to protest and defend Bernard O'Keefe against immediate and dangerous assassination at the hands of the bloodthirsty foreign country after the United States of America had overruled his appeal for protection and had instructed Private Secretary Cortelyou to reduce his estimate of the Republican majority for 1805 by one vote. Come, Barney, come, Barney, said I. The Confederate States of America has been out of existence nearly 40 years. You do not look older yourself. When was it that this deceased government exerted its foreign policy in your behalf? "4 months ago," said O'Keefe promptly. "The infamous foreign power I alluded to is still staggering from the official blow dealt it by Mr. David's contraband aggression of states. That's why you see me cake-walking with the X-Raps to the illegitimate tune about Simon's seed and cotton. I vote for the Great Father in Washington, but I'm not going back on Mars, Jeff. You say the Confederacy has been dead 40 years. Well, if it hadn't been for it, I'd have been briefing today with soul so dead I couldn't have whispered a single cuss word about my native land. The O'Keefes are not overburdened with ingratitude. I must have looked bewildered. The war was over, I said vacantly. O'Keefe laughed loudly, scattering my thoughts. "Ask old Doc Milliken if the war is over," he shouted, hugely diverted. Oh no, Doc hasn't surrendered yet, and the Confederate States, well, I just told you they bucked officially and solidly and nationally against the foreign government for 4 months ago and kept me from being shot. Old Jeff's country stepped in and brought me off under its wing while Roosevelt was having a gunboat repainted and waited for the National Campaign Committee to look up whether I had ever scratched the ticket. Isn't there is a story in this, Barney? I asked. No, said O'Keefe, but I will give you the facts. You know, I went down to Panama when this irritation about a canal began. I thought I'd get in on the ground floor. I did, and had to sleep on it and drink water with little zoos in it. So, of course, I got the Chagres fever. Chagres fever. That was in a little town called San Juan on the coast. After I got the fever hard enough to kill a Port au Prince Mir, I had a relapse in the shape of Doc Milliken. Alright, guys, we're gonna continue tomorrow with the second part and see you there. Thank you for joining me today. See you. Bye.